Now, here's the MLB Bro TV show, the best from MLBBro.com with Rob Parker. Let's go.
Sponsored by Hidden Soul. For the most exclusive kicks on the planet, go to hiddensoul.com. Welcome to the weekend. There were so many great stories on MLBBro.com this past week. In case you missed some, we'll take a look back. Let's start here. Charles Younger took us back to when Gary Sheffield was balling in the Little League World Series.
As this tiny little town off of Route 15 in Pennsylvania is the center of the sports world with the Little League World Series, we're going to talk about one of the all-time greatest baseball players who made his trip to Williamsport in 1980. We're talking about Gary Sheffield here on MLBBro.com. I'm Charles Younger. Gary Sheffield was cooking as a kid in his 1980 appearance in the Little League World Series for the Belmont Heights Little League team of Tampa, Florida. Chef led his team to a 20-3 victory in the quarterfinals, followed by a 16-0 victory in the semifinals, only to fall to Taiwan 4-3 in the final. People forget how great Gary Sheffield was. He cooked through his whole career. In 2,576 career games, Chef had 2,689 hits with 509 home runs and 1,676 runs batted in. And he scored 1,636 runs himself with a career batting average of .292 with an OPS of .907. Now to put that in perspective, Ken Griffey Jr., who received 99.3% of the vote in 2016, has the same OPS. From Little League to Major League, put some respect on his name and put that man in the Hall of Fame.
The late, great Kirby Puckett, a Hall of Famer, and a bro you need to know. A bro you need to know is the late, great Hall of Famer, center fielder Kirby Puckett. Puckett's career was cut short in 1996 at age 36 when he lost vision in one eye. But before that, he put up impressive numbers. He was a 10-time All-Star. He had a lifetime .318 batting average, and he also won 6 Gold Gloves in center field. Puckett played his entire career with the Minnesota Twins. He broke in 1984. He helped that franchise win 2 World Series. In his career, he had over 2,300 hits and had more than 1,000 RBIs. Puckett won a number of awards in his 12-year Major League career, including ALCS MVP in 1991. He was the American League batting champion in 1989. In 1994, he was the AL RBI leader. For all his amazing accomplishments throughout his career, Puckett had his number 34 retired by the Minnesota Twins. He was also inducted into the Twins Hall of Fame. And in 2001, he was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, New York. Kirby Puckett, a bro you need to know. Rachel Hill gave her 2 cents on Nats pitcher Josiah Gray.
This young king is a player that everyone can be excited about, especially the Washington Nationals. Gray is a 23-year-old right-handed pitcher who came to the Nationals via trade with the Los Angeles Dodgers in a package, and he is showing a lot of promise, and he was a top pitching prospect for the Dodgers. This young MLB bro only has 2 starts in the major, but he is going to be the future for the Nationals. His ERA is 3.9 and he has 1 loss, but in a recent outing for the Nats, he threw 55 strikes out of 87 pitches, and the Nats like him because he pounds the strike zone, he works quickly, and he looks the part of a big league pitcher. He was a sleeper piece in the trade that brought Max Scherzer and Trey Turner to the Dodgers. And Josh Bell has a young MLB bro to hang out with after the Nationals traded Josh Harrison to the Oakland A's. He's expected to fill a potential void in the rotation if Steven Strasburg doesn't return from injury. He should join MLB bro Joe Ross in the Nationals rotation for 2022, and he is definitely a bro on the mound to keep your eyes on down the stretch. The Nationals may be out of the race, but with a young talent like Gray and Juan Soto, the rebuild is already underway. His future is so bright, he's got to wear shades.
This week's homeboy was phenom Tristan Mckenzie. In his last 2 starts, he's been electric. Last Sunday, he had a perfect game against the Tigers in the 8th inning. And on Saturday against the Angels, he went 7+ innings, giving up just 1 run, 2 hits, and 8 strikeouts, including Shohei Ohtani 3 times. Without question, Mckenzie has flexed his pitching muscles. In his last 15 innings, he's only given up 3 hits and struck out 19. We always knew he had good stuff. The problem was walks, but he's eliminated that, going from 7.3 walks per 9 innings to 1.5 walks per 9 innings since the All-Star break. That's why Tristan Mckenzie, the 24-year-old phenom, is this week's homeboy. Brandon Carr's going 1st to 3rd. Take a listen.
And here are 3 of the top 30 MLB prospects who can help their team down the stretch or in the near future. Kicking off the list at 3 is number 28 prospect Khalil Watson. The Miami Marlins 2021 first-round pick collected his first hit of his professional career the other day. He went 1 for 3 with a double and 2 walks as the FCL Marlins defeated the Nationals 6-5. Sliding in at 2 is the gas man himself, Hunter Green, for the Cincinnati Reds. The number 27 prospect brings the heat on the regular, as he's known to clock triple digits. Coming in at number 1 is the San Diego Padres number 6 prospect, C.J. Abrams. He was hitting .296 with 14 doubles and 13 stolen bases in only 42 games for San Antonio. Sadly, we have to wait to see the shining star, as he is out for the season after suffering a fractured left tibia and a sprained left MCL. But the other 2 will be a healthy addition to their respective franchises, as teams are gearing up for a playoff push.
Malik Wright took you 1st to 3rd with this interview.
All right, this is Malik Wright at MLBBro.com here with Keenan Middleton, pitcher for the Seattle Mariners. How you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, man. So just first off, talk to me about just playing in Seattle, the culture you guys have built. You guys are a team with a lot of black players, and then just playing in the city in general.
Playing in the city is everything I ever wanted. Growing up, I'm from Portland, Oregon, so Seattle's like the home team for me, closest to my hometown. So that's huge for me. And then, like you said, having all the brothers on this team. The last couple of years, as a country, we've been through a lot. So when we go through rough patches like that, like we were in Minnesota when all that stuff happened this year, and having all these guys that look like me around me going through that stuff makes it way easier to get through.
All right, now when we see it's rare in the big leagues to see a black pitcher, even more so a black closer, reliever. Just talk about what you go through on the mind, and does that play a part in what you do?
I always take pride in what I do because there's not too many of us out here, like you said. So me being one of the only ones, even if it's just one kid that's out there that's like me, that sees me doing my thing, if that makes him succeed, then I'm going as well.
All right, now last question. You guys got a big playoff race coming up this last month of the year. What are you most looking forward to? You guys haven't had that type of baseball in Seattle, so I know that environment's going to be crazy.
So, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm from the Pacific Northwest. They haven't been in the playoffs since I was in 1st grade, so to be on the team to bring them back, that'd mean a lot to me and my family. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. So, again, thank you for joining us. This is Malik Wright at MLBBro.com here with Keenan Middleton of the Seattle Mariners.
That's our show for this week. I'm Rob Parker. We'll see you again next weekend. And all week long, check in on MLBBro.com for the best coverage of black and brown major leaguers.